OpenClaw hit 160,000 stars on GitHub. Then 42,000 of those instances showed up wide open on Shodan. No authentication, no warning. If you're here, you probably already know that. I had my own instance running, documents, local models, the whole setup. Thought I was doing it right. Then I actually looked at what was happening under the hood and realized I'd been confusing runs on my machine with actually private. Those are not the same thing. So I tested 5 tools to find out which ones actually are. But the tool everyone kept recommending as the replacement, it has the exact same problem, and almost nobody knows. I'll start with the one I actually use now, then 4 more depending on what you need. So what did I end up switching to? Elephas, and not for the reason you'd think. Most of these local AI tools, you install them, you pick a model, you chat. That's it. You're talking to a model that knows nothing about you. It's a blank slate every single time. You want to ask about something in your files? Copy-paste it in. Every time. Elephas is different. You give it your actual documents. PDFs, Word files, Apple Notes, Notion, recordings, whatever you've got. And it builds what they call a superbrain, which is basically a searchable index of everything you've fed it, living on your machine. So now when you ask a question, you're not talking to a generic model. You're talking to your own files. And every answer comes back with a citation. The exact document, the exact page. Not a guess, not a hallucination. The actual source. Why does that matter? Because ChatGPT will confidently cite a paper that doesn't exist. I've had it happen. Elephas won't do that. If it's not in your documents, it just says so. Does it phone home? No. Files stay on your Mac. You can run it completely offline with local models if you want. Or plug in Claude, GPT-4o, Gemini. Your call. But the documents themselves never leave your device. It also works across every app on your Mac. You don't have to switch to a separate window. You're in Mail, you're in Word, you're in Safari. It's just there. And you can create separate brains for different projects. Client A doesn't mix with Client B, works on iPhone and iPad too. Starts at $9.99 a month. Now what's the honest downside? Mac only, not open source. If you need to see the code or you're on Windows or Linux, this isn't your tool. But if you need open source and you still want that document intelligence, that's actually the next one. What if you need to see every line of code that touches your data? That's a fair question, especially after getting burned by OpenClaw. AnythingLLM is fully open source. You can read the code, audit it, host it on your own servers. Nobody's taking that on faith. Does it do the document thing like Elephas? Yeah. You create workspaces, drop files in, ask questions, get answers from your actual documents. Each workspace is isolated. Project A never touches Project B. If you're a lawyer or a consultant juggling clients, that's the feature. Is it as polished? No. It feels like a developer tool. The interface is functional, it gets the job done, but nobody's going to call it beautiful. And the setup takes work. You're not downloading an app from the Mac App Store here. It supports 15+ model providers. Allama, OpenAI, Claude, whatever you want. You can go fully local or mix and match. So why pick this over Elephas? 2 reasons. You can read the source code, and it runs on Windows and Linux, not just Mac. Why pick Elephas over this? Polish, speed, the fact that it just works without configuring anything. But here's what neither of these tools do. Neither one works for a team. It's you, on your machine, by yourself. What happens when 10 people at your firm all need this? That's where it gets interesting and a little bit scary. Remember what I said at the beginning? The tool everyone recommends as the OpenClaw replacement that has the exact same problem? This is it. WebUI has 48,000 stars on GitHub. It's self-hosted, multi-user, and it looks and feels like ChatGPT running on your own servers. Role-based access, separate conversations, admin controls. If you need private AI for a whole team, this is the one everyone points to. And it's good. It really is. Document uploads, RAG, active development, huge community. On paper, it's perfect. So what's the problem? It's a web app. You deploy it with Docker, and by default, it binds to localhost. Fine, safe, but you have a team of 10 people. They need to access it. So you open it up to your network, and right there, that's the moment. One wrong port, one missing TLS certificate, one default password you forgot to change, and your firm's documents are sitting on an open endpoint, exactly like OpenClaw. OpenClaw had authentication disabled by default. Open WebUI's security depends entirely on you configuring it right. The tool itself isn't insecure, but the gap between installed and actually secure is where people get burned. And most people don't realize they're standing in that gap. Is it a bad tool? No. It might be the most powerful one on this list for teams. But if you don't have someone who understands networking and Docker and TLS, you are taking the exact same risk you came here to avoid. So after testing that, I wanted something simpler. No web servers, no Docker, no configuration. Just a model running on my laptop and nothing else. What if you just want to run a model and that's it? No knowledge base, no team features, no web server. Just pick a model, run it locally, and talk to it. LM Studio does that better than anything else I've tried. You download it, open it, and it shows you every model you can run. Filters by size, shows benchmarks, and here's the part I like. It reads your hardware specs and tells you what'll actually work. No downloading a 70 billion parameter model only to find out your machine chokes on it. Can you use it with other tools? Yeah, it runs a local API server that speaks the same language as OpenAI's API. So if you've got another app that talks to ChatGPT, you can point it at LM Studio instead. Same interface, except nothing leaves your machine. Mac, Windows, Linux. Free for personal use. What can it do? No documents, no knowledge base. You're talking to a model, not to your files. It won't know what's in your PDFs. It won't cite your sources. If you need that, go back to Elephas or AnythingLLM. But if what you care about is running the best possible model on your hardware with the least friction, this is it. There's one more, though, for people who want even less than this. What's the absolute simplest way to run AI on your own machine? John, install it. Pick a model, chat. That's the whole thing. No workspaces, no API servers, no Docker, no configuration file you need to edit. A chat window that runs a model locally. Is it actually private, though? MIT licensed. You can read every line of source code, and here's the thing that really matters for this audience. Zero telemetry. Verified. It doesn't phone home. It doesn't ping a server on startup. It doesn't log what you type. Nothing. Ever. Of every tool on this list, Jan is the one you can verify yourself in 15 minutes. Download the source, search for any network call, see that there aren't any. Can it do documents? No. Can it work for a team? No. Can it manage models like LM Studio? Not really. But if someone asks you, what's the easiest way to try running AI locally, this is what you send them. No risk, no cost, no surprises. 5 tools. Elephas if you want AI that actually reads your documents and cites them. AnythingLLM if you need that open source. Open WebUI if your team needs it. Configure it right. LM Studio for model control. Jan for the simplest thing that works. Links are in the description. And if this saved you from making the same mistake I did with OpenClaw, subscribe. I'll keep testing these. See you in the next one.